Hi friends, it's Caitlin and welcome back to the Floating Rock podcast. I hope you're having the most incredible day ever. So, I just took a little trippy trip and I'll tell you guys more about it a little bit later. So I went to California, it was my cousin's wedding, and I was like, well, while I'm up here, why don't I visit some of the girls that are living up there, like some of my college friends, etc. Anyway, super fun. Honestly, had like some fun life epiphanies and conversations that like gave me some great pod ideas. So I'm really excited to start rolling those out. But a more lighthearted one for right now that I thought would be so fun. I just thought of it. So basically, one of my favorite podcasts, The Basement Yard, I don't know if you listen to them, they're decently popular. These two guys, they're just like funny best friends. Love it for them. They had this thing called like the Yardies, and it was like their awards for like the whole past year of like what was the most unhinged online moment. That makes it sound really millennial, but like they're funny, it's cool. But I was like what kind of awards could I give out, right? Because I'm not that tuned into pop culture, honestly. But I was like, I could do like a health and wellness awards. And realistically, like the things that I have done and keep doing in my life are not terribly different all the time. So like if you've been listening for a while and I'm like repeating things, there's only so much a girl can do. But I just thought like this format, and it's just like so silly and fun. I was like, no, I think the girls will like this. Like this is going to be loads and loads of fun. So I just thought like, let's just get into it. I will say also what partially inspired this too was I had like ClassPass this entire trip, and it made working out. Wait guys, this should be an ad. Wait, I'm really upset about this actually. Well, I had ClassPass this entire trip, and it made working out so easy, genuinely, because one day I was at a Pilates class and that took like a lot more of my credits, but then on other days when I just wanted like to go to the gym, that took like 2 credits to 5 credits every time, and it was just like so good and like kept a girl active. And yeah, I just loved it. And I mean, I guess get ClassPass if that's kind of like your vibe, where you're like going on like a month long or like kind of longer trip, even like 2 weeks, like you can use it in 2 weeks. And the average subscription I think is like $60 something. Mind you, I accidentally got this subscription. I don't have this on purpose. It was one of those things where you sign up for the free one and then they just keep charging you, but it worked out for the better this time. But if you really think about it, and if you are a fitness girl, a day pass in a gym or a singular Pilates class is already like $20-$30 on its own. So like, I think this is a great workaround. But anyway, that's enough fake ad reads for you today. Let's just get into the Floating Rock Health and Wellness Fitness something awards, because why not? And like, entertainment just had award season. This is a thing, right? Love it. If you're on YouTube, I have a little award with me today. Super cute. But yeah, let's get into it. So first, we're starting off strong, also based off of a conversation that I had with some of the girls when I was out there. Everyone's talking about gut health, and then we've been talking about gut health for so long, I feel like, and you know, given all the processed foods and crazy things that we be eating these days, it's like we kind of need to like go the extra mile. So I'm giving this Best in Gut Health award to Miss Kombucha, also inspired by the conversation I had with my sibling. Literally the first conversation that we've had in a year or two, not in a bad way, we don't be texting, was about making kombucha. Very inspiring, loving that for Queen. And yeah, I'm like, kombucha's just been on the mind. Love her. I also like, I never registered this, but like, because it's made with black tea a lot of the time, there is like a tiny bit of caffeine in it, but in like a gorgeous way where you can have it as like a bit of an energy boost as well, but without committing to like, oh, I'm drinking caffeine right now. Love her. Honorable mention, of course, because I have a lot of honorable mentions and I've talked about this so much and I can't leave it out, because kombucha costs millions of dollars, number one. That's a goal of mine to make it too. But number two, as we know, I'm a big apple cider vinegar drink girl. Today, the one that I have with me it's kind of gross, and not gross, it's a little gross. Guava ginseng green tea, water, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of apple juice. And it gets the job done. So that is my word for best in gut health. Love it. I try to do that kind of thing every day, and I honestly do see a big difference, especially when it comes to like bloating and digestion and stuff, when I'm doing it like every day. Next, I actually should have categorized this better, but it's kind of fun to have it all over the place. Next, we have best glute exercise, because that's what we're all out here trying to do, grow the glutes. And this one's unanimous. The Academy was like, guys, come on, do we even need to have a category for this? It's obvious who's going to win for best glute exercise. Of course, it's going to hip thrusts. Like, are we surprised at all? No. But like, did she earn her way there? Absolutely. She was a child star. Actually, that's a little bit weird to say with hip thrusts, but like, she's been the it girl from day one. She will probably win every single year, and we just have to let that happen. However, my glute honorable mention, and the only reason I think that it's not the best in glute is because of how much they suck. So like, you'll never skip a hip thrust unless you genuinely can't get the machine, but you will skip these. But they genuinely burn so good, and I feel like we all need to be doing them more, but we all avoid them for good reason because they're horrible. So honorable mention for glute exercises goes to Bulgarian split squats. I've recently added them back into my routine, and you really do feel it. You really do feel it. And I've been really liking doing like a drop set with it too, because I feel like it feels really time consuming to go every other leg, so like it almost feels like a nice extra burn to like do your 10 or your 8 or your 6 or whatever amount of reps that you're doing, and then like do a drop, like drop the weight and then just like rep out a few more to just like get yourself to failure. Personally, that's what I like to do. It kind of feels like you're really pushing it. Yeah. So now we're jumping to workout clothes. This one, guys, this feels indie, this feels niche, this feels almost like annoying of me to say because I can't get them again. You can't get them again, but I just need to bring her to the forefront. So best in gym shorts goes to the black pair of Victoria's Secret pink gym shorts that I got probably 10 years ago. And let me walk you through why they're so incredible, because you're like, that sounds a little bit chuggy. Like, why would we get those? You can't for one, but no. Okay, let me walk you through this. So like we've all had a Gymshark era, I feel like, where they like literally are so high-waisted it comes like up to your ribs and it like squeezes and it's just like not a good time. The most beautiful thing about these shorts is they're like tight as they should be, but on the waist it's somehow looser. And you guys, it is just the most magnificent, like it's like the smooth fabric and then like the waist part is like ribbed but in like a looser way. It's just the most beautiful thing to ever happen, and I specifically wait for like the perfect day in my split to wear them, the perfect gym outfit, because I'm like, I need to savor this item of clothing because of how good they are. I love them. And if you're ever in the store and you see a pair of like gym shorts and the waist looks like looser than everything else, don't discount her, because it's like it'll make you look more snatched instead of it snatching you, derogatory, if you know what I mean. So this goes to the vintage Victoria's Secret pink shorts that I have. And if you ever find them, they also have these like weird holes on the side, almost like a pattern. I don't know how to describe it, guys. I'm so sorry. But honorable mentions of things that you can buy. However, I'm not here to promote fast fashion. These are gifts. These are, if you especially have like bought these kinds of things before, go into Depop because the girls be reselling things. However, I won't shame you for using your money. Set Active, I have a really cute set from them. Leggings and a sports bra, dark blue. Love it. And also Define, Dfyne, because, you know, they're fun like that, I guess. The Vision shorts, they're like this crisscross kind of lower waisted moment. Love her for the girls without a torso. Me. So yeah, tons of fun. And they have this brown. Love brown, by the way. So yeah, those are my workout clothes awards. Back to drinks, because it will never not be about drinks on the Floating Rock podcast. Best in debloating. And this is going to be a loaded award because I just feel like everybody deserves this award. So best in debloating goes to everything warm, hot lemon water, hot tea, and also moving your stomach. That combination. Mostly for like the hot lemon water, hot tea kind of action. However, sometimes if I'm like feeling kind of bloated, like literally if you hit like a cobra or like a cat cow, it kind of makes a difference. So just like, I remember in like 2020, we were all like, oh, put your legs up on the wall and then like something's gonna happen somehow. I don't know about that, but like, I feel like if you actually do move your stomach, it like actually moves things around. Big advocate, especially after learning a little bit more about like Chinese medicine and stuff like through the pod. Warm is the way to go. Not even which, like generally kind of like all the time. So remember that. Back to exercises though. Here we have our award for best upper body exercise. The girls all have different relationships with upper body days. I feel like some of us are lifting heavy, some of us are doing more of a Pilates lift, some of us don't do it at all. I feel like I've done all of those. I started off not doing it, and then I started being like, you know what, I'm going to start like lifting heavy. And then after that, I was like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm going to go back down to like a more of a Pilates, lighter weight, higher rep kind of moment. But throughout all of those phases, my favorite exercise, whether you're lifting 30s or you're lifting 10s or 5s, I don't judge, shoulder press. This award goes to shoulder press because there's just nothing better than like a sexy shoulder pump. Personally, I'm like, biceps are cool and great. Back when I was really hitting triceps too, that was sick to to like see in the mirror. But like to me personally, like shoulders will forever be like my favorite. Like, look at her go. So this goes to shoulder press. Oh my god, surprise guys, back to drinks. This award for best pre-workout drink, aka best energy drink, once again I'm gonna be gatekeeping unless you're here in Hawaii or want to use the internet to buy it. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but it's this company called Uptime, and they have this lilikoi flavored, or if you don't know, lilikoi passion fruit flavored energy drink, 0 sugar, that whole vibe. You feel very good on it, and it tastes incredible, like the best flavored energy drink I've personally ever had. So this award goes to Uptime lilikoi energy drink because it's life-changing. If you're in Hawaii, get them at 7-Eleven, but don't blow up my spot because I still want to buy them. Not enough people listen for that to happen anyway. But I have honorable mentions because we want to include everybody. I'm a big Bloom girl. I will always rep having a Bloom energy drink. I think they kill it. Also, they give you, personally speaking, a good feeling. I think there are just some, personally, I think it gives a good feeling. Also though, like I only drink half an energy drink at a time. So let me just add that in because some people are like, it makes me off the walls. I'm like, that's because you're having 200 milligrams of caffeine, you know? And secondly, not all the flavors, but like specifically the strawberry guava, like rainstorm one, very good. They have a few other ones that are like pretty good, but like some of them are misses. So I'm like not gonna with my full chest be like rainstorm, you know? So those are my honorable mentions. So yeah, that is the best in energy drink category. Oh, this one's fun. I think it might have been in one of my vlog episodes. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a better version and like a normal version of this. Best pre-workout snack. In a perfect world, Dave's Killer Bread, we know her. I think we all know her. They have like a bagel, like a protein kind of bagel moment. That, almond butter, strawberries, any berry really, or banana or whatever kind of fruit you like. Honey, cinnamon, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Obviously toast it because we're not psychopaths. But if you don't have those, and they can be a little bit expensive at times, just like bread. Like personally, my mom does not believe in white bread, so it's usually on some sort of whole wheat kind of seedy whatever kind of bread. But we always forget that carbs give you energy, so don't forget to like literally eat something before you work out, because I think sometimes people think like, oh, like I don't want to eat something like carby or whatever before a workout because it feels counterintuitive. I'm trying to burn off the carbs. Let me raise you though, if you're weight training, even if you're cardio training, by having a carb kind of thing before, it allows you to push harder, therefore lift more weight, run for longer, you know, run faster. Like you'll inherently, like by ingesting that, you'll have the energy to actually work harder in your workout. So kind of like equalizing it out. Just remember, yeah, carbs give you energy. Like don't forget that, girls. And like I love, like I don't know why, like the texture of like a juicy kind of like strawberry on like the bread. Don't even get me started. So good. Oh, and honey on top because like love. And on the note of food, best in post-workout meals / snacks goes to what I am calling the Gym Bro Bowl. And it's something I've been making recently that we can all make because it looks different every time. But basically how it kind of works is it will be a protein, kind of whatever protein you have around it. Maybe it's chicken, maybe it's ground turkey, maybe it's, I mean, one time my dad smoked some like brisket and I was like, throw it in the bowl, whatever kind of protein you have. Typically I don't do like a fish kind of moment. And then, tofu, we love the non-meat eating girls. And then some sort of vegetable situation, like at some point I was doing like zucchini and like some lettuce and some tomato maybe, but like whatever kind of vegetables you have in your life, especially if you have that like frozen bag from Costco, the frozen kind of fire roasted medley, great way to make this bowl. Some sort of vegetable kind of moment, some sort of carb kind of moment. Maybe it's rice one day, maybe it's sweet potato, maybe it's normal potato, love that. And then love avocado, it just like adds some more fun to it. You don't have to though, especially if it's like you don't have it. And then cottage cheese, and this is when it starts to look like mush. Cottage cheese, if you have like any other fun kind of little sauces in your life that you like the bitchin sauce, very good. I like to put like chili oil in there sometimes too, like just like zhuzh it up. If you have like, sometimes I'll put everything but the bagel seasoning in, just like make it fun, and you mix it all together and it looks disgusting, but it's so good, especially when you're like starving. So yeah, best in post-workout meal goes to the Gym Bro Bowl. And every time I eat it, my mom's like, how do you possibly fit that much food into your little body? And I'm like, so you think I'm skinny? Anyway, this is a either or, if you will, a true or false, two teams kind of thing. Headphones versus earbuds. I started at the gym, obviously wired headphones because that's what we did back in the day. And then eventually AirPods, bro. When I first got AirPods, that was so cool. Like genuinely, I was like, look, and I can just walk wherever I want and do whatever I want and my music's still in my ears. And then I moved to headphones. And the thing that's different about headphones versus everything else, number one, and probably number everything, you look really cool. Genuinely, that's the reason. You look cool. It's like a headband, it's a hair accessory. I just love it. I also think it makes wearing your hair down at the gym a little bit more allowed because it's giving headband. It's like out of your face. So I don't know. So for team headphones or team earbuds, this award is going to team headphones this year, but we'll see if the pendulum of trends swing and we come back to earbuds one day soon. Oh, this is fun. Best in social workouts. You can go to the gym with your friends, you can go on a hike with your friends, you can go surfing with your friends, whatever. However, this award is going to hot girl walks with your friends, because especially as the girls, I feel like all we ever do is just talk. So like, why not be like, kill two birds with one stone, have your talk, but also have your walk. Like, you can be burning your calories while you're just chit chatting. Like, what a beautiful thing. And I feel like, especially like if you have kind of like-minded friends, like that's such a fun, like romanticizing what you're doing. It's like, oh my God, we're not even like sitting in the home. Like, we are out doing something. We are active. We are killing it. We are like, I guess, productive in a way. I love that kind of thing. I love a hot girl walk kind of hangout. Slightly different vibe from everything so far. This award goes to the best way to not get sick, best way to avoid being sick, because I think that's kind of health and wellness. And it's something I've talked about before. It's dropping as much as you can and doing as little as you can. I was just saying this to somebody recently about your body needs to use its energy towards something. So whether that something is moving weight in the gym or is it sitting on your couch and letting your body actually heal what's wrong, you know? So just like thinking about your body is using energy anyway. And so it's like, by resting or whatever you are putting your energy is going to be where your body's using said energy, if that makes sense. So best way to avoid getting sick, that award goes to doing absolutely nothing. Honorable mention, Zycam. You guys know I ride for her. My other thing that I always promote all the time, but I can't stop, and I'm not getting paid for anything, guys. The award for cutting your doom scrolling has been and always will go to ScreenZen. Here you go, ScreenZen, if you're new here. App where you can like limit your time on every app and how many opens you have and how much time is with every open. Personally, I'm like, guys, I'm at over 400 day streaks on TikTok and Instagram for 5 opens, 7 minutes each. It is the flex that I think it is. I at least think so. Download ScreenZen, not sponsored. Oh, this is fun. The award for most underrated vitamin is going to go to vitamin D, because I just feel like we all think we're kind of getting it, but we're not. During this past trip, my grandma keeps the lights out in her house, and I was like, why am I like depressed right now? And I was like, wait, why don't I like go stand outside really quick? I did mean it. Perfect. Saved me. So, especially if you're feeling a little sad, especially like Hawaii, we've been getting so much rain, so obviously very hard to if there's like low-key no visible vitamin D. Just like if you have the opportunity and you remember to do it, like go stand outside, get yourself some vitamin D. Or drink some Sunny D. I'm kidding. I just had a conversation this trip as well about like how gross apparently it is. I only have good memories of Sunny D, but I don't think I've had it in over 10 years, so maybe I don't know. However, I have honorable mentions in the vitamin category. I don't know that much about vitamins, I'm not gonna lie. However, back to the energy drinks. So I've had like yerba mate sometimes before working out, or like other sort of energy drinks, and I really notice that the ones, or even like before I do work and stuff, the energy drinks that have the added like B12 and L-theanine and I think glutamine sometimes will be in it, those ones, like they are the ones that make you feel like a lot better. I think it like, in my head, you know how like when you eat a carb and a protein and a fat, it like completes it like a puzzle piece? In my head, that like those vitamin kind of things do that with energy drinks and caffeine, so it like overall makes you feel better and like more energized and less like foggy. But yeah, honorable mention, shout out to B12 and L-theanine. Back to exercises though. Best quad exercise. I've been loving growing my quads recently. I feel like I wasn't a big quad girl. I was just kind of like overall legs and then glutes. But then in the past couple months, I've been like, no, quads. Quads is the moment. So number one, shout out to quads. And favorite exercise goes to leg extensions. You know, like the one where you're like kicking the thing out. I don't even know how to describe it. Love her. It just feels so isolated and you're like, that's the only muscle I'm using right now. very satisfying. Oh, this is fun, guys, actually. Okay, so you know how like every year or every couple months or whatever, there's like a trending health food, like how avocado just blew up in the past like decade or two. And sweet potato, I feel like, has been having a moment again recently. I think the up and coming health food is going to be carrots. Oh, this award goes to carrots. Because why have I ran into carrots like a good handful of times recently? And I'm like, I didn't see that coming. Like, I really didn't think carrots were like having a moment like that. Not to say that they are, or they are quite yet, but I'm like, I feel like carrots are slowly like getting the spotlight. And I'm like, you know what? Good for them. They've been so humble for so long. Give her baby carrots, give her cooked carrots, like put carrots in your stuff. Shout out to carrots. Like I air fried carrots the other day and I was like, what's happening? But it's good. Oh, this is really fun too. I think like a lot of the time when it comes to like healthy cooking, healthy eating, sometimes people are like, ew, because healthy can be gross sometimes when done wrong. However, I think there's a lot of like cuisines around the world that are just inherently healthy and we don't give them the credit that they deserve. And just like kind of inspiration too of like if you're like, okay, like I want to eat healthier, but I'm like, I don't want to eat sweet potato and ground beef and avocado every single day. You don't need to, girl, because there's plenty of other cultures and cuisines that are also just as healthy for you but not as boring. So this award to underrated healthy cuisine is going to go to Thai food today. Obviously I feel like Vietnamese low-key is high up there personally, I think, but like I made a red curry kind of like rice noodle dish the other day. It was life-changing, genuinely. So recommend, like if you're like, okay, what should I cook, look into some Thai recipes. They also aren't as hard as you think that they are, sometimes at least. Okay, and we're already nearing the end, so here is my lightning round of honorable mentions and like micro awards that I'm giving out. My first award is also inspired by my trip. Tell me why I had a matcha almost every day. And I'm normally not like the biggest matcha person in the world. Like I definitely like it, but I like wasn't having my like harder kind of energy drinks or like my mushroom coffee or whatever. I guess I'm not even like the worst caffeine wise in the world, but I was having mostly matcha and I was like, wait, guys, I feel so much better. Like genuinely, I hate when they're right about cutting back on caffeine, but truly it did make a big difference. I was like, wait, and I'm not crashing partway through the day. So shout out to Matcha because we should probably all start doing that a little bit, especially like if you're trying to wean back on caffeine. I think matcha and like teas is a great way to do it because you're still having a fun, silly drink, but it's also like a lot less caffeine and like I feel like doesn't mess with you as much as other stuff. Honorable thing to stop doing, because I really also started doing this on the trip and I'm reaping the repercussions. Picking at your skin is off the docket. We're never talking to her again. It's just rough out here, so don't do it. It's never the most micro thing that you pick at will just become a macro thing, and you know that, and I know that, and we make the same mistake every time, but just know, health and wellness girl, don't do it. Oh, this is a fun one. My last thing in the lightning round, it's actually skincare, double cleansing, oil cleanser, and then normal cleanser, because especially if you're doing kind of micro makeup, what I call it, where it's like, I'm not doing a full face and stuff, but like there's still stuff on your face and you don't use like a hard makeup remover. Personally, like I don't use a makeup remover and I'm just like, oh, like my face wash will get it off. Not true all the time. And so when you mix oil with oil, it actually like, gets it lifted off your skin. So I need to do it more often, I'd say, but shout out to double cleansing, oil cleanse, normal cleanse. Love her. So with all of this, I thought I'd give you guys a little challenge at the end because hopefully you found this maybe a little bit fun and inspiring and motivating. My challenge for you is not to change your whole life overnight, not to make a whole new routine because that's literally so hard and like no one can do that. But I'm challenging you to try to make a habit of a new habit, if that makes sense. I think sometimes wording it like, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing a face mask every night. That's a weird one actually, but sure. I think sometimes just saying that is like, okay, I didn't do it today, I'm going to start tomorrow. I kind of like the idea of like telling yourself, because we all know how you make a habit, right? You just you almost force yourself to do it in the beginning. Sometimes you start small or whatever, and then it will eventually become a habit. So my thing for you is to think of that one habit, probably something you have done already at some point in your life. And you're like, oh, I got to get back into that. This is me encouraging you to get back into whatever that habit was and make a habit of that habit. Consciously this week, try to do it however many times that you want to be doing it. Like try to do it every day, every 2 days, once a week. I don't even know. But for me personally, I'm like, whenever I be oil pulling, I'm like, oh, wait, the teeth look incredible. So I want to start getting back into that. And sometimes too, if you like make a ritual out of it, like figure out where in your life you're actually going to be doing that habit. Personally, this sounds a little bit weird, But the way that I kind of do my night routine, it actually makes the most sense to stack it with when I shower, because you're supposed to do it for kind of like a little while. So you put in the oil, pulling like the coconut oil, and you swish it around while you take your shower, and then you spit it out when you're out. And that's how you start that habit, period. So I challenge you today to make one of those habits. Try to actively do it this week. I totally believe in you, and just start small. Make it manageable. And my last overall award for you guys, I'm very excited to give out. It's the best overall in workouts and eating and all of that fun stuff. And it's going to be whatever you actually enjoy doing, because we can say that we want to do all of these health conscious things and say that we want all these habits and we want to eat a certain way and we want to work out a certain way. But realistically, you're not going to stick to anything unless you actually find some sort of internal joy in it. And, for me, that's looked like I really like weight training and romanticizing that and having my fun little drink and having my fun outfits and I try to go in the morning sometimes because that's when I like to do it the most. And then for like eating, like making recipes that I actually find tasty and fun, and experimenting and just doing it in a way that you actually truly enjoy and not just following blindly what other people do. So yeah, I hope this episode inspires you guys to get in your health and wellness grind, maybe inspired you for some specific things, who knows. But thanks so much for listening. I thought this was like tons and tons of fun. Also, this gold star goes out to you because I'm so proud of you and your health and wellness journey, wherever you're at in it. The fact that you are focused enough on that for yourself and you want to better yourself and keep your body and mind healthy is such an admirable thing. And you're already so far if you even value that in your life. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Follow the pod at floating.rock.podcast, rate it, subscribe on YouTube, kisses and love. And yeah, I'll see you next week with more of like the fun life realizations I had on my trip. But anyway, bye bye.